You're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant? There's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted.
I used to always say like, oh, men don't like women anymore. They're weird now. Like, so now that I feel like I'm becoming aware of myself and becoming aware of my habits, I wouldn't like women either. Like the that we be doing, it's exhausting. It's really exhausting. And it's like, I wouldn't text you back either. I would mislead you too, because it's emotionally draining dealing with women who aren't aware of themselves.
Someone asks, what do you bring to the table? I am the table!
A woman just went viral for refusing to get out of the car when she found out her date had the audacity to take her to the Cheesecake Factory, a chain restaurant. So, she pulls out her phone and tries to shame him in a video. Let's watch.
Let me just get the door for you.
Okay. He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look.
Are you're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, someone's in trouble. Though, oddly enough, it seems to be the woman this time. The internet is completely dragging her through the mud. Let's go into some comments. I actually agree with her on this one. I'm thinking she's more Wendy's worthy. He should have took her ugly ass to Golden Corral. My reaction when she took her glasses off. Put her AH out and drive off. Too good for the Cheesecake Factory in a $22 dress. By which, sad it be the females with no furniture.
Well, let's be nice. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
I mean, she has furniture. Probably. She's got to have a sofa somewhere. Don't jump me, but she's not cute enough for all that. And listen, I honestly don't think there's any levels of beauty that would justify having to deal with this. A first date is when you're supposed to be on your absolute best behavior. If this is how she behaves on a first encounter, I don't even want to imagine 5 years down the road. And you can make the argument, and I have seen this argument. Listen, she has standards, and he failed to meet those standards first. He was the one that made the first offense by having the audacity of taking her to a chain restaurant. Now, that said, there is more to the story. Let's keep on watching.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
yes. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. Look at, when you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree.
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself all made
There's
up.
nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well, look at my plan where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See, I specifically told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs for an hour. Right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late.
If we're late, I told you twice.
Late. It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot. Waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, the equivalent to that? I literally you don't understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die.
Maybe we're not right for each other. So, respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm up.
So, you just want to call it a night? Isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this? I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home? All right, whatever. Well, I guess I understand. You got to do what you got to do. I understand where you're coming from.
So, the guy actually did make reservations for a fancy restaurant, waited at the door of her house for an entire hour until she finally got ready, at which point the reservation to the fancy restaurant was of course lost completely. And after this man tried to salvage her mistake by finding another restaurant, he now has to deal with this. A woman putting a camera to his face and speaking to an audience of strangers, heaven knows how many, trying to shame this man for the results and consequences of her own failure. And the most insane part is, she genuinely thinks she did nothing wrong. I forget who said this, but for these kind of women, accountability is like kryptonite. Now, that said, I would love to know what you think. Was this woman in the right? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Right, you really gotta hear this video through. Don't just skip, right? So I used to always say like, oh, men don't like women anymore. They're weird now. Like, I'm not saying that they're bisexual or gay or anything like that. I'm just saying they don't like women anymore. But that was me being unaware of myself. So now that I feel like I'm becoming aware of myself and becoming aware of my habits, I wouldn't like women either. Like, the that we be doing, it's exhausting. It's really exhausting. And it's like, I wouldn't text you back either. I would mislead you too, because it's emotionally draining dealing with women who aren't aware of themselves. Like, you wanting everything from me is gonna drain a man if I'm a man. I understand that might not make sense, but I'm saying if I'm a man and a woman comes to me and she's expecting all these things from me and she doesn't even give them to herself, I wouldn't like your ass either. Yes, you're fine, you're attractive, but you're looking for me to validate your entire existence through a relationship. You're literally looking for me to validate everything about you through me while I'm still trying to figure out me. I wouldn't like me either. as a man. I swear to God I wouldn't. We have to do better as women loving on ourselves, because we don't love them properly because we don't love ourselves properly.
Sophia Franklin, host of the Sophia with an F podcast, revealed that she asks men for their bank account information on the first date. She says it's because she knows her worth. She's successful and wants someone that is on her same level. Even the caption of her video says, "I think I'm just being efficient." I mean, people are allowed to prioritize whatever they want in a partner. It's all subjective and varies from person to person. It may seem superficial to some, but as they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What do you prioritize when looking for a partner?
I practice hypergamy. I don't know what the fuck other bitches
What's
practice.
hypergamy? Break it down.
It's when I date men above my caliber.
Okay.
I don't date men on my same
I
level.
do too.
Why would I want a man that could barely provide the same lifestyle that I could provide for myself?
If your man complains that you're expensive, just tell him that there are other girls out there in different price ranges and remind him that you always get what you pay for.
A $10 date in Thailand, here's what it looks like. I'm meeting up with a girl for a date. I'm gonna try to only spend 400 baht or about 10 bucks. Wish me luck, guys. First order of business, find her and get 2 beers. These were about $1.80 each, but they were massive. I've never had mango sticky rice. The mango sticky rice came out to about $2.33. It was delicious. I have some budget left, so we're looking for what's next, and we find some alligator meat. They cut it up real thin and sauce it up so nice. It was both our first time trying this. On our way out of the market, I saw you could play with these pythons for like $1.25. She was nervous, but got used to it, kinda. We finished up our beers, and I took her for an authentic American delicacy. At the end of the date, she actually bought me some authentic food and wanted me to try some durian fruit. It smelled nasty, and texture was like it was already chewed by your grandma. At the end of it, I spent about $13, but it was totally worth it. Follow me, I got good shit. Okay, so we did meet in Thailand and ended up going to a music festival together. How many inches are those? How many inches is that? I know TikTok goes crazy about ladyboys, but no, she's not a ladyboy. We matched on Tinder, but it is Thailand. You gotta be careful. I actually asked her that question the first time we hung out. I love anime too. You watch any anime? Yeah. Yeah, what anime? Every episode? Oh my god.
I can tell about everything.
Shayla is a weeb. She's a weeb.
I used to be.
Are you sure you're not a ladyboy?
I was talking to my mother the other night, and I was explaining to her what the movement was about. She had never heard of it. And, you know, after I gave her the explanation of why men are leaving westernized countries to find wives elsewhere, or even love elsewhere, or dating elsewhere, she said, "Oh my God, you know, I have a friend, her son is doing that very thing."
Are you serious?
And basically having the best time of his life. He is dating the most beautiful, wonderful women that treat him the way women used to treat men. Very kind and loving and open to him. Very unlike a lot of situations you find here in the United States.
What the hell is even that?
She does his laundry. She's friendly, fit, and fun. All of that stuff that US women, you know, claim as subservient or demeaning, or you shouldn't do that for a man. So my mom was saying that he is just so happy and having such a wonderful time over there.
I do not accept a coffee or a walk as a possible date option, and neither should you. First of all, I'm not a dog that needs to be walked. Second, I have an espresso machine at home, works fabulous. We're not doing drinks either. You're gonna try to get me drunk and take me back home. No, we are doing dinner.
You always get what you pay for.
I practice hypergamy.
When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted.
Someone asks, what do you bring to the table?